What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So for this horror trailer review, we are taking a look at Alpha teaser trailer. The director of Raw and Titane returns this October. So I will say this is making the list of one of those films I have not heard about, had not heard about, know nothing about, no point of reference outside of what we are going to watch here in a moment for this teaser and these article details. I'm finding more and more films lately, which I'm happy to see. I'm happy that we are getting more and more films that aren't such big blockbuster studio backed horror films. Now, don't get me wrong, we are getting those, and we've gotten those throughout this year. We're about halfway through the year, and we kicked off the year with one of those. If you remember, one of the first films we got was Wolfman, which, you know, was a big studio release, had a lot of backing, a huge marketing push from late 2024 into 2025's release, and it did not do well. Many people did not like that film, and within 3 weeks, that film made it to digital and video on demand, and I think within another month, it finally then made it to streaming. Maybe 2 months, it made it to streaming. So that film didn't make it as far as expectations. Now, where I'm going out with this whole statement is I'm glad we are seeing more and more films that might be considered independent, low budget, mid-budget, doesn't necessarily have a big studio backing it, or if it does have a studio backing it, again, it's still considered very low budget. So I'm happy to see these types of films pop up that we get teasers on, full trailers on. We need to get the word out on these types of films and give them the support so we can get more and more of them. And who knows, some of these actors, actresses, directors, writers turn out to be the next big thing and give us more new stuff, more new stories, new IPs potentially, not just the same rinse and repeat type stuff. So, so all that to say is, again, haven't heard anything about this film. So as we always do, we're going to jump into the article, then we'll pull up the teaser, see what that's going to be about, because again, I have no point of reference on this film called Alpha. All right, so let's get down into it. As always, I'd imagine this is probably an image picked from the trailer. Looks like they're highlighting the fact that she's got this cut or something, either a cut, it's some type of wound. Either it's been like some type of like body modification. It's in the shape of an A. So I'm not sure. I'm sure that's gonna have to do something with the story, because she's as if she's looking at a mirror at somebody while she's holding her arm, because she looks very sickly in this picture. So let's keep going. Let's see, jump back to the top. All right, so French filmmaker, I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. I'll just call her Julia. New movie Alpha premieres in competition at Cannons today, and Neon is celebrating with the first official teaser trailer. So this article is a few days old. So when it says today, doesn't necessarily mean today when this video is going up. So FYI. Additionally, we've learned that Alpha will release in theaters this October. Check out the teaser trailer for Alpha below. In Alpha, a troubled 13-year-old lives with her single mom. Their world collapses the day she returns from school with a tattoo on her arm. So I'd imagine then this is the daughter, and that's a tattoo. Doesn't look like a tattoo. It looks like someone's like carved that into her arm. But who am I to say? Alpha is Julia's most personal, profound work yet, and we are looking forward to a global audience discovering the story with as much excitement as we did. Film Nation Entertainment and Jared said in a statement, "We can't wait to bring the film to market in Cannons and to launch sales together for the first time and collaborate in this way." All right, so let's keep going. Alpha is a new page in Julia's corpus that is both very consistent with the previous ones and entirely new in its tone, the producer said. To match an exceptional project, it was necessary to transcend conventions, as evidenced by the exceptional combination of producers on one hand and international sales companies on the other. Okay, not much of, okay, so that's a pretty, okay, that was a short article. So we don't really have much outside this literal one sentence about the film. So this sounds like this, based on that, this could be a very short teaser. So let's pull it up, see how much information they're going to give us, and see what it's about.
Lilies are poor. Tu te souviens pas de moi?
Okay, so that was literally 40 seconds. So that did not give us really anything to say what this is going to be about. So that was very short. I want to say, because the article didn't give us any indication on the subgenre this would be playing into. Based on what we saw there, I'm thinking maybe into the psychological, supernatural, because there was a scene in there when she was yelling for her mom. Like there was this, what was it? I don't know if it was this wind tunnel or she was in something where the wind was blowing like towards her, and I don't know if something. It almost seemed like something was trying to pull her into something. And I'm not sure if maybe that was some supernatural entity, some demonic entity. Don't know, but again, based on what we saw, I would guess this is potentially supernatural, and the tattoo or tagging, because we saw that image in the trailer and it looked like it was carved into her arm. That did not look like a tattoo. So I don't know if that's an indication of a marking for where this supernatural entity then attacks or goes after him, because we also saw various scenes at the beginning of the trailer where she was running from something, looking back behind her as if she's trying to escape. But then at the very end, this mysterious guy shows up and says, "Do you remember me?" That guy looks creepy as hell. $100 says, yeah, he's the one. It's him. He did it. He's involved somehow. Right as of this point, until we get something more definitive, you're not going to convince me otherwise. But yeah, only 40 seconds, not a long. I mean, it's a teaser. That's what they're meant to be, is to give you a little bit of what's going to potentially happen, but not much to speculate on what the story could be about. I am intrigued to see a full trailer, though. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more. As it mentioned, it did go to Cannons earlier this week, so maybe we'll see something potentially in the next 2 to 3 weeks, a full trailer possibility. And if we do, we'll make sure to cover it here. So that's going to do it. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about the teaser for Alpha. Again, we don't have a date or anything. The only date that we do have, looking back at the article, is just that it says it's coming to theaters in October. So that's not that long away when you think about it. So I'd imagine, again, we're going to start getting trailers, especially if it's going to Cannons and then has to be shopped around and potentially picked up. We would then get something more, probably, I'd say 2 to 4 weeks. Using SXSW from March as as a standard, because a lot of films that were shown there, we got some teasers out of that during that week, and then the week after. But then within a month, we started seeing a lot of full trailers for the films that were shown there. So I'd guess it's going to be around that time frame. So again, drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about the teaser. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.